All right, we are live. We're doing a little different this episode, sponsored by King Louis Meat Apostle. We are just going to hang out as Meets My Mistress and Sofaking Awesome Barbecue, and we're going to give our backgrounds. How are you
I'm
doing
Brian.
today?
I'm Brian. You're Bradley.
This is my
I'm
roommate,
Sofa King,
Wesley.
Wesley. I'm Sofa King,
We're
and
Meets
you
My
are,
Mistress.
yep. And we both together, we run Addicted to the Q, Facebook and YouTube.
But we
Uh,
wanted to give the world our backgrounds.
Correct. And before we go into anything, I said I had a special that I was going to throw up on the grill.
Yes.
People do not believe me. What is that?
What is that? Tofu?
No. Mini donuts.
Mini donuts. That's a good one. I've never tried those. Have you tried them on the grill?
Mini donuts.
Kind of surprised they don't get too smoky.
Not at all. I mean, it's. I just use the Royal Oak lump, but I do powdered sugar and the crunchy, the coconut type.
Huh?
I freaking love them. It's the best part about it is I tell people I've grilled donuts.
That is interesting.
No, you haven't. Yes, I mean, it's a why not. I'll let them cool and I'll even eat them right here in front of you. Just have fun.
We're taking a break from grilling. I got going to help Eric Burkhart with this class tomorrow, and then going out of town the next few days for work. So I don't have time to grill this today.
Where are you headed off to?
Indianapolis. That's where our headquarters is at for work. Nothing fun.
Nice.
I'm not like Bum and get to go to Netherlands or England or somewhere like that. You got bacon?
Bacon.
Nice.
Treats. Treats for me, not you.
Nobody else gets to try it. That's
Well,
why.
if you're close, I'd swing by and give you some road food. So, all right, so let's get this rolling. What? Well, before we go, just to let the world know, this might be broken into two parts if we go a little long. We're just having fun.
Yes.
So, what got Meets My Mistress interested to start with barbecue?
Well, I guess kind of way back. It started back in 2009, 2010. Season 1, Barbecue Pitmasters, as everyone says.
Yep.
Well, back up a little bit. I worked at a barbecue restaurant in high school, but I just did dishes and fried fish, so I would not really call that my intro into the barbecue world. But I watched Barbecue Pitmasters, and my wife got me my first barbecue grill for our anniversary one year. It was a 1-year anniversary. And I cooked pork steaks and just messed around. And then that's back when we lived in Illinois. When we moved to Missouri, my uncle had a Weber Smoky Mountain, and he just bought himself a Traeger. And my mom was like, "Hey, I think Brownie's interested in smoking, And he said, "Well, he wants a smoker. Just tell him to come get it." So that's where my Weber that I still compete with, came from. And then it became, I think, what were we up to one time? 7 or 8 smokers, and I've kind of sold a few off. But and then we started kind of really competing last year at the American Royal. American Royal Backyard was our first contest. We got a 8th place rib out of 25 teams, so that was respectable. And
Nice.
the rest is history.
Nice. Mine.
He showed up at the Royal for the first time. He's been with me at all but one contest. So
At the backyard?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it, Wesley.
How you like it?
Good.
He likes it. He likes to spend time with Dad, I think, and get away from his mom and sister, probably.
Yeah. My sister's like.
So Wesley, what got you involved with barbecue? Oh wait, Dad.
Pretty much.
Mine.
He asked me if he could help me cook, and the rest is kind of history. We got his own grill for Christmas, a little mini grill, and we might get some kids' Q one of these days.
Yeah. Fired up, keep practicing.
Big.
Yeah, it's one of those tabletop ones.
Nice.
You
Got to start some.
6 burgers on it.
My first, before we get to my first grill, my involvement was high school. Back in the late 80s, early 90s.
I won't get into that. That's the year I was born, 87.
Dang. I graduated in 94. But I worked at a barbecue restaurant back then, and it was, I fell in love with it all. I fell in love with the smell, the meat, the sauce, the spices, just learning all of that.
Yep.
And it just took, like, by the time I graduated, I left it had a hold of me so hard that I wanted to learn more. So wherever I went, I tried a place. I mean, you just want to learn more. Well, when we were in the military and kind of getting out, we were just, besides traveling and doing everything, we just jumped right into, let's do some comps. Me and a couple buddies. Crooked Q was one. We didn't know what the hell we were doing. We just wanted to have fun.
Yep.
So, and then that blossomed, it's kind of like everyone with their rubs. We developed our rub way back then just for us to use. And there's a lot out there, but we're like, there's got to be another profile that we can use. And we just developed one. And
that's kind of how I am with my sauce right now. But
yep.
We're hoping, we just, as you kind of know, we just kind of redid our logo. So shout out to Gene Moore, who did the Addicted to the Q logo. He's going to do ours, and I'll reveal it when it gets all done. But it's going to look pretty freaking awesome on the side of a barbecue sauce bottle. Is all I'll say about it.
Oh, it will.
But we still have a ways to go. We're still in the very early developmental, you know how that goes, the process. We're not spending, $30,000 to just get started kind of deal. But.
I know how that is. Yeah, my first grill that I started on, and when I say I burnt a lot of meat on, it was burnt a lot of meat, not, oh, we're going to burn meat and have a great dinner. No, it was feed it to the dog, it's done. But it was a imitation Weber. It was a Sunbeam kettle cooker.
Oh.
You there? You went blackout.
There, we had a freaking phone call during this, so.
Oh.
Mom's watching the kids tonight, so she was probably trying to call me, but she'll call the wife.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was a Sunbeam. It was, I think, no, I still had the handle for it that I would use to get extra air into my Weber. I just pop it right up under because it was a metal handle. So between the top vent, the bottom vent, I'd have a little extra vent. I just had fun. I think I did when I built this thing.
Was it a little bit of a setup similar to a Weber, or was it?
It did not have the bottom vent. It just had a top vent, but it was the same, the round as the Weber, ash can on the bottom. Yeah.
I would think a bottom vent would be essential, though.
I would too. To me it is, but with that for $20 at Walmart,
it's kind of one of my smokers I bought. I might bring it to comps this year. I haven't decided yet. It was a $20 low special. It's one of the mini bullets that cheap, and when it knocks over, it actually bends it and dents it. It's that cheap and flimsy, but it cooks hot dogs and hamburgers and chicken good, decent. And there's no way to really control the air. It pretty much just does what it does.
That's that one. That's Odie's Pit. That's my old Greg. That's my cast iron I found, probably 98, sitting in a guy's backyard in a mud pit. It was about 6 inches sunk in mud. And I was helping a buddy do some work at his house just for some cash because I'm like, I'm off work. Why not?
Yep.
And I asked him, hey, how much you want for that smoke? He goes, you dig it out, you can have it. It came home with me. I'm like, it's cast iron.
Get out of the mud.
What? Cast iron? I was like, that's going to last me forever.
Yeah, that won't go bad.
Yeah.
So what do you cook on when you compete mainly? You don't bring old Greg to a contest, do you?
I do. Well, when I first did competitions, I was doing these offsets. Everyone else was trailered smoker offset. It was just before drums started coming around.
Yep.
It was before pellets, and then pellets started coming in, and then some drums came in. I stayed on these and Weber's and got out. I had a WSM Weber Smoky Mountain back then. When I got out like everything was gone. Now I'm back up to what? I got 3 Weber Smoky Mountains sitting under my deck, covered, for competitions. That's what I cook on now. I have a little H2O or whatever charbroil. My neighbor threw it out for trash, and I went and grabbed it one night at 10:30 at night, looked at it. I was like, man, these grates have never even been cooked on. It was spotless. So it's sitting in my shed. That's my little cooker to throw some brats on in a competition. But yeah, I do for comps. I do Weber Smoky Mountains. They're basically the original drum.
Yep. And everyone always says, cook what you can cook on. And there is so much truth to that, because if you show up at a competition and you don't know how your cooker's going to run, you might as well just throw in the towel because I cook with 3 drums and a Weber Smoky Mountain. And my Weber Smoky Mountain, I can tell the moment it starts climbing in temp what it needs to get it back down, what it needs, raise it, what it needs, what it's doing, how to fix it immediately. Mainly because I've cooked on it so long, I know all of its little quirks and whims and everything else.
Yeah,
and I'm getting that way with my drums. I mean, it's slow, but I'm getting there. I just recently I found my last drum was a $40 marketplace find that I put about $100 in to put snorkels on it.
Hey, that's not bad at all.
No, it had one snorkel and a ball valve, and then just 2 open-ended holes. And I said, well, how do you control the air? And it was one of them guys, I don't think he ever cleaned it in the years he had it. He just said, oh, you let the ash pile up enough, it just seals itself. Well, I'm not going to do that for comp. So I put uprights on it, and we went from there. So
one of my WSMs I went to a Facebook Marketplace, and a guy had a 22 and he had an 18, and I negotiated him one price for both, which was around $175, because I was like, how long has it been on? It's been on for a month. Nobody's bought it. We're in barbecue season. So I took the other one, and it needed some work, which I'm like, $75. Okay. I mean, and then I had a buddy that I actually do pest control for. He found a 22 at a friend of his house or somehow an old neighbor, whatever. It was the guy's dad's. It needed a racks and a thermometer, and he got it for free and handed it over to me. I was like, thanks.
I don't need a 22, but I kind of want one just because I've cooked on the 18s for so long, and the ribs kind of get brisket and ribs. You got to kind of, especially a full slab of St. Louis.
Yeah.
Comp, it doesn't matter because you box them, so it's fine. You cut off enough. But for cooking for home, when I just throw the whole slab on there, you got to kind of bubble it up a little bit to get it to fill the grate. But they say 22s use a lot of fuel. I haven't.
Oh yeah,
for sure. I don't own one, but
yeah. Now, who was a mentor for you as you were getting into this?
First and foremost, and I still talk to him a lot, was Eric Burkhart. And I'm actually going to his class tomorrow. I took his class, and I'm going to his class to help him. And shake a few more things off of him that I didn't quite the first time. Pork and brisket trimming being the main thing. I cook backyard, so I cook a lot of chicken and ribs. But we're doing the invitational this year. Well, I say that. Hopefully my wife's listening. We're probably going to do the invitational this year in August. And she made the comment, and I'm kind of going off that, and I'm hoping it's true. She said, well, why go that far just to cook for one day? I said, well, we can cook the Master Series Open, which I would love to do that, but I know how to trim chicken, pork, and brisket for comp. I mean, brisket I do pretty decent on. Pork I'm just completely lost on trying to trim pork. Which I realize now you can just turn in money muscle if you want to, and just cook money muscle if you want to.
Yeah. Well, you can. It's crazy. Yeah. Oh, go
I
ahead.
still like to try the 4-pound, the butterflied one that they still do, where they open it up with a money muscle.
Yeah. I really didn't have a mentor. I watched a lot of Myron Mixon, Tuffy Stone, like the Barbecue Pitmaster show. But I mean, I was buying books left and right, you know, Dr. Barbecue. And yeah, I've got so many barbecue books. I've got VHSs of some of these masters that now it's like a kid in a candy store when you go meet them, because I grew up with them.
That's how Tuffy
But-
Stone was meeting him at the Royal a couple of years back.
Yeah, I mean, it's to me, it's that's how it is. Is like I just sit and I'll talk with him, like Chris Lilly, you know, back when he was winning left and right. I mean, I didn't know them, but I'd get their books. I'd get online and start researching and doing lots and lots and lots of cooks. So it was fun.
And well, of course, you started back before there was Facebook and the wealth of knowledge and how everything all at your fingertips.
Yeah, I started when some people from the American Royal actually went and created the Great American Barbecue. I still have some of those plates in my trailer, but that didn't last around very long either.
No, it's kind of like what the guy from Plowboy said. You know, they didn't give a lot of information away back then. You didn't have.
No. Back then, it was.
My other biggest mentor was Kevin Hesse with Weekend Bum. He just randomly, I'd post some stuff, and he always said, he goes, I'm not here to criticize, I'm here to help. And I said, no, I'll take all the help / criticism I can get. And
Yeah.
tweak my chicken a little bit, and I did better in chicken than I did in ribs last year. So and the chicken's the reason I'm going to the Invitational, so I can't complain one bit about that.
Nice. Yeah, he's a really good guy. Let's see. For me, I'm more of a pork and a rib guy. Those are my categories.
Yep.
I've been in the middle of the pack or lower brisket and chicken. No matter what I try, they're just not my strong suit. I'd rather throw a boneless, skinless chicken thigh on the grill and chop it up and eat it for dinner.
That's what I thought for sure at the beginning of the year. I always thought my ribs were 100%, 100 times better, and I just had to put up with chicken, and it flip-flopped about a quarter of the way through the year. And
yeah,
we're talking about, you know, pretty smokers don't exactly win either, which they do. But I went to a contest in Boonville this past year, which I still remember that one, which is in Boonville. I always joke, we showed up last. Everyone had the fancy cookers, the trailer cookers, the nice ones. I show up with 2 hillbilly drums and a Weber Smoky Mountain, put my meat on last, took it off first, and won the dang thing. So, you know, I mean, that's all I always say. It's not what you cook on, it's how you know how to cook on it.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, man.
I see Facebook groups all the time, people just being like, well, I need to switch cookers because I'm not winning. Well, that's not going to change if you switch cookers. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's your recipe. Maybe it's your something, but it's not the cooker.
Yeah, I need that. I need that nice purple Outlaw. I mean, those are good smokers. Do not get me wrong. I'm not bashing any smoker. It's who's cooking on it. You got to know. You got to know times, temps. I mean, if it's a stick burner, some of them you got a baby. But I mean, for me, I was like you. I mean, I'm out there doing it. There's no camaraderie like there is now. No one wanted to talk to you unless they actually knew you and more or less cooked with you side by side at something. I'm like, anybody. I'm throwing a fishing line out.
As you're one of my sponsors, I can go ahead and say this. Was there any sponsorship back then?
Yes.
They did have sponsors. Was it more prevalent than it is today, or about the same?
It's about the same.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's who you know, what you know. Don't be afraid to reach out and just ask. I mean, I think there's more people like me that I'm just coming back into the competition side, and I'm not doing a lot. I'm just doing a couple a year just for fun.
Yep.
But it's people like me who have the product, who are actually doing some comps and out there cooking, but sponsoring. Back then, it wasn't so much that. It was try to find your corporations, your anybody that's willing to give you money is all it was about. Now it's kind of more leading into how can we make it cheaper for us rather than just money. It's sauces, seasonings, charcoal, hint, hint, addicted to the Q. YouTube needs some smokers who wants to sponsor us. Just saying.
I told my wife, I said, we get this sauce out the door. I said it might be a bad idea because I already have people I want to sponsor and help and already going. Which,
yeah,
like
you got to spend money.
Yes. But it's one of those things where, speaking of that, I'll go ahead and shout out my sponsors, Sofaking Awesome Barbecue and King Louis Meat Apostle. And I'm going to go ahead and throw out Inkbird because they sponsor our YouTube. So I'm going to use them on the comp trail too. So by association, sponsor us. Who's your sponsors?
Yeah, we got Inkbird because I'm using that too. I got Barbecue Madman, CJ Behrman.
Oh, yeah.
He's got some great seasonings, which his ultimate seasoning is mixed with my top secret on the candied bacon. We've got can't remember. I'll go grab it if I'm reaching out. We got Sign Lady Graphics and Thunder Abatement. They do all my logoing for pest control on my trucks, and they do the graphic and label stuff for our seasonings. So they sponsor me with certain little things.
Does she do your banners for your sponsors and stuff too?
Yes.
I might need to message you then.
Yes, she is the one that does my sorry, I'm walking you guys to my garage. She's the one that does my all the banners. Last year we did I had her do as a sponsorship for the year. She did a 10 by 10 side for my Easy Up.
Nice.
So instead of one of the walls for the Easy Up, it was actually the whole banner that she made.
That's freaking sweet.
But I've got was it Old Town Honey, Full Circle Farm, David French. He is actually the cousin of my buddy Rob Hamilton, who helps on our team and does the comps with us. He's actually his cousin and got me involved with him, which was cool.
He's gonna be and then
Rob.
Yeah, he's at the Royal this year too.
Yeah, yep. Let's see, the 18th, Q Latha. Rob's gonna come over. I'm gonna have him trim some ribs because he's really wanting to get in and learn more about that. So he's gonna trim some ribs. I'm probably gonna butcher the chicken legs. And I say that like honestly, not like I'm just gonna I'll probably butcher them. We'll probably dead ass last this. Especially with the profiles I want to run, because I'm like, ooh, it's either gonna be great or not.
Yeah, you told me you're either gonna be first or dead ass last. There's not gonna be much in between.
It's gonna be the topper or the bottomer. But I want to have fun with it. But no, Rob's cousin David French is the one with the honey farm. CJ Behrman, Gina, she's with Sign Lady Graphics, Thunder Abatement, and then we got Crooked Q with his bottles of sauces, which are good, all kinds of fantastic flavors. And then this year alone, there's a guy out there that I kind of helped in the pro side. His name's Weekend Bum Barbecue. I'm sure he knows who he is, but Kevin had.
He's the guy I was talking about earlier that mentored me in some chicken.
Yep. Yeah, he's got a good rub out, so I'm excited.
I have 3 or 4 bottles at home. It's a damn good rub.
Yep. So I'm excited for that because I like to use that on some of my profiles too. So it'll be good. It'll be good. But yeah.
You want to go ahead and end it and start part 2?
Yeah.
Okay, let's
do part 2.
We'll see you guys. Stay tuned for part 2.